What's going on, guys? Got a quick little impressions video of the Hinderer Investigator Pen. This is my friend's pen that he lent me to do a little review on. I let him borrow my Benchmade 1101 tactical pen, and so he gave me this one just to try out and see what I thought about it. So I'm going to kind of just talk about it in this video right here. Really quick, let me talk about just the specs. This is the basic aluminum version. The aluminums come in either black or blue or green, anodized aluminum. You have the option of a brass color or a stainless steel color or copper. And then the high-end one is made of titanium with different kind of anodizations and stone washes and all that kind of stuff. So this is the lowest line of Hinderer's pen. I think the one that's slightly more expensive, or actually substantially more expensive, is the Extreme Duty pen, which is a larger pen. I'm going to be talking about this little guy right here. Spec wise, I don't know the lengths. You can kind of just do a comparison right here versus a standard Bic pen. This uses the Fisher Space Pen, screw-on construction, CNC machined out of a solid piece of aluminum. I think just drilled in this way, and so it's pretty basic. It's got your little screw-in little steel head. This is the tactical side of it. So if you're holding it this way, then for any kind of pressure point or something, you got this little small bit hanging out. So if you're hammer fisting somebody, then you can like poke them to death with this thing. So definitely not as intimidating as say my Benchmade. So with the cap on right here, if I'm holding like this, if I really push it down, I get this maybe about 3/4 of an inch sticking out with the Investigator pen, versus a Benchmade pen, which you got a good inch, 1 3/4 inch to almost 2 inches, depending on how much you want to jut it out right there. So you do have substantially more reach with this side. So tactical aspects aside, in terms of the pen itself, I'll be completely honest. There's quite a few Investigator pen reviews out there now. So I think most of them have been somewhat favorable, but to me, honestly, I kind of don't like this pen just because of how small it is. When my friend showed it to me for the first time, I was really taken aback at how small it really was, and it's really not so much that it's uncomfortable or anything like that, but I think it just takes a long while to get used to its small form factor. I can't imagine writing too long with this pen either, even though as I'm holding it like this right now, it's relatively comfortable. But I think for if I was doing it for a long time, I think with the small form factor, might get kind of annoying to write for long. One other thing is the CNC machining is very, very hard cut. These cuts right here, or the jimping, if you will, on this pen is very, very sharp cut. I'm pulling my fingers this way, and it's completely, it's sharper than a lot of jimping on knives for sure. And so I wish there's somehow, and I don't know. If it's just CNC machine, then if there's a way to just program that, when it cuts, to kind of just smooth out these edges, I'm sure that it could have been done. But yeah, it's really hard cuts, and I can imagine if you're pushing down, writing for a while, these could, kind of just push into your upper, fingers, the skin on your upper part of your fingers and stuff like that. So I just noticed right away, as I was holding it and stuff like that, it's very, very sharp cut. Obviously, it's got screw-on construction, so I think that's whatever. I could carry either way. I think it's fine. Personally, I'm used to my Benchmade with the snap-on construction, So I do like the fact that I can just, you know, pull it on and off pretty easily. Whereas screw in, you know, I have to screw it off, just, you know, all the way off the threads, and then, you know, I don't know. It's like when I'm at the post office and I just want to use the pen really quick, I like to be able to just pull it off right away. Although the pen that I'm on pre-order to get, the Matthew Martin titanium carbon fiber pen, that one looks awesome. That one is also a screw-on construction, so we'll see how I like that one if and when it gets here. One other thing that I like and don't like about this pen is the pocket clip. I really like the small form factor of this pocket clip. It just, you know, it absolutely disappears in your pocket, which is great. You can totally forget about it. But again, with it, you know, with the sharp cut jimping here, if you will, again, you know, if it's rubbing against stuff that's, you know, also in your pocket, you know, like me, I carry my phone and my pen in the same pocket. I could see this scratching up the phone or the screen and that kind of stuff. The other thing about the pocket clip right here is that it rides, okay, so it's a low ride pocket clip, but this bent up part right here, you know, so you can slide it into your pocket, rides very high. So you can see how, you know, how different it is, you know, in terms of how it rides in your pocket versus the Benchmade right here. Okay, so yeah, all right. But I do like the, you know, the fact that it is so small. You know, if this was my pen, I would probably take this and bend it down a little bit. But again, I know you're just trying to slide it in and out of your pocket, so you know, it is what it is. The other thing, I kind of found like when I had it in my pocket, you know, it does disappear, you know, so well in your pocket that on occasion it was kind of hard to find, you know, where it was. You know, the head and everything is so small that as you reach into it, you kind of grab, kind of slips and stuff like that. And so, you know, these are, I mean, but I know these are all like small little gripes, and I mean, you guys know how much I already, you know, I love Hinderer and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not trying to, you know, just kiss butt and that kind of stuff. I want to give an honest opinion, you know, from my point of view on the pen. You know, in terms of the pen refill, you know, you just take off the steel insert, the little tactical end here, and these are replaceable. You can get like flat sides, or I think they have different kinds of attachments that you can put on here. So the Fisher pen just, you know, goes in and out. There's a little spring that's part of the pen. Okay, so you just got that little spring right there. It just goes on to the Fisher insert and just stick it in. So that's fine and all. So, all right. So anyway, size comparison, you know, versus these other pens right here. Benchmade pen again. Screwed or unscrewed, it's pretty much the exact same length either way. Substantially smaller than the Benchmade. You know, in terms of regular Bic pen, obviously the Bic pen's a lot longer and that kind of stuff. And then against my Buck Mayo right here, it's basically open. It's about the same length as the handle here. Open, not that it matters, but I always gotta put it up against Spenza. All right, guys. So that's the Hinderer Investigator Pen. You know, if you guys are, you know, into you know, in terms of your use for a pen, you know, if it's just a pen that you want to disappear in your pocket, just forget it's there, and then when you need it for like a really quick thing, then I think, you know, this pen could be for you. I would suggest maybe getting the brass or the stainless steel version. Maybe it has a little more, you know, kind of bling or flair to it than the standard aluminum, which I think is kind of a little, you know, honestly a little blah. I would forego getting the titanium, spending all that money just to get, you know, a little piece of titanium. It really is, it's not substantial, I guess is the thing, you know, like with knives, you know, having titanium frame lock, all that kind of stuff, you know, titanium scales, you know, then it makes sense having that material for strength and all that kind of stuff. But for a pen, there's really not that big of a need for titanium. Unless you're going for just the ornamental sake, then again, I would get a different knife, because I just feel like you're getting a much more substantial piece of titanium. But yeah, so if you're going for ornamental and stuff like that, I would say that this is a knife to pass on and just go for something nicer, like that Matthew Martin tactical pen that I was talking about. You can pre-order that on True North Knives or on Fort Henry Custom Knives. I have mine on pre-order from there. So Oramoto just got his. He hasn't done a review on it yet, but I'm really excited to see that review because it just looks awesome. It's got, it's titanium body and it's got carbon fiber on it as well, and it just looks like a solid pen. And for the price that you're paying, it's definitely much more reasonable than a lot of other titanium pens out there. So, alright guys, that's my not really quick impressions of the Hinderer Investigator Pen. Very small form factor, and if that's what you're going for, then this could be your pen. But otherwise, if you're big into writing and all that kind of stuff, I would pass on it. So, alright guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. You guys take care, and I'll see you on the next vid. Bye.